Yeah. So people that's left.
I'm actually agreeing.
All right, this is gonna get me in trouble. I'm gonna make Marvin in this one. Number 4, I have Tay-Rock.
Oh Lord.
Hold on.
Stop his time. Water to the stage.
He said security.
In your number 4.
Oh no.
Sure.
He's ready. He's ready. I want to hear this. Let's hold it down. I want to hear his rounds. I want to hear his rounds. Hold it down.
He takes a plane over.
Let him go.
Thank you.
Let him go.
I appreciate you, Black.
Let's
Sure. Thank you very much. Now, first and foremost, I have to acknowledge, of course, the great year that Tay-Rock has had. He battled Hollow and Disaster back to back. For that alone, he deserves to be in the top 5.
Oh, okay.
Just
Okay,
of that alone.
I
And I will
agree.
not knock him. That being said, Tay-Rock has 4 battles. He's 0-4 in the first rounds, my opinion. He has not won a single first round this year
first
alone. Also, that matters. That matters.
Let him get his bars out. Let him
That
finish
matters.
his round.
Furthermore, I have him losing to Hollow. I know it's debatable, but it matters. Record matters a little bit, especially when we're talking about top 5, right? It's very close. Everybody's very close. I have him losing to Hollow, and I think everybody who has seen the battle should, especially if they're unbiased, have him losing to Sharon pretty clearly. With that being said,
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
with that being said,
Absolutely
he lost.
Yeah,
With that being said,
no.
with him not winning a single first round all year.
What do you think about Sharon?
And him having a 2-2 record for the year is the reason why I have him outside my top 3 and at number 4 spot. Thank you very much.
That first round bar is terrible. We know Tay-Rock is a second round guy.
Hold on.
He said a whole bunch of
Hold
nothing.
on.
That means
Losing
something.
the first
Why aren't
round
you?
of a battle means nothing if you
Why
win the
aren't
entire battle. First of all, if he has losses,
That
means he has no
does
3-0s.
Ron Nitty not have a loss?
Yep.
Doesn't
Yes.
JC have a few losses? Then
Has losses,
how are they 2 above Tay-Rock?
Right.
Because if you put Tay-Rock in number 4, put JC and Ron Nitty over.
Yes.
Why would they be
I'll
over
explain.
them?
I'll explain.
I don't
yeah.
understand that. Let's
I
go.
will
First
explain.
round
To me,
bias,
Ron
yeah.
Nitty does not have any bad losses. Tay-Rock's loss against Sharon is a bad loss.
No, it's not.
It's a bad
Lose that
loss.
shit. He won 2 and 3. We're not doing that. How
What
do
are we
you
doing here?
How the
was in
fuck did
chat.
Sharon win that
That
third
is a
round?
very crazy bad loss.
You saying Ron Nitty doesn't have a bad loss?
Not a bad loss, no.
That's arguably 3-0.
I don't think so. First of all, I disagree. I think it's a 2-1 close. I think it's a very close 2-1.
Yeah, 30 in the building. Hold on, Ron Nitty.
Also,
It was definitely 30.
to me, what's worse, losing to Ron Nitty or losing to Sharon?
Ron Nitty allowed JC to lose.
Actually,
What's worse?
To allow him to lose.
Because he wasn't going crazy.
What's worse, losing to JC, top JC, or losing to average Sharon? What is
Sharon
worse?
has beat all of
That's
Tay-Rock's
not
friends.
some respect on Sharon's name.
That's a good argument though. You're not gonna put no respect on Sharon name. He got voted out of the top 20. Like,
Sharon has beat all of Tay-Rock's friends. Like, what are we talking about?
Is the what? The PG killer? The self-proclaimed?
What are we talking about? He's beat all his friends.
on camera.
So and I still
DNA's the
you
PG
cannot 2 and
Oh,
3.
God.
I give the Tay-Rock. And besides that,
Because
that
your box
first round
can't
bar is terrible. We all know Tay-Rock is the
No,
second
I think
round
that
king.
I think
We all know that.
That means that all
He lost to the
4 wins.
He lost the
Even if
first
you-
round against Ill Will. You know what I'm saying? Like we've seen him lose these first rounds.
Just 'cause he lost the
He's
first
done
round
that,
doesn't mean
and he
he lost
wins
the
in
other.
2 and 3.
When
And
we're
that's why
talking
he's
about
that
top
nigga.
5, it matters.
Facts.
Because that
Facts.
means even if you have him winning,
First
even if
round.
you have him winning, they're all automatically become almost debatable. You automatically has to take second and third because he starts off every single battle down first round. So automatically, when we're talking about top 3, we have to have people who win clearly. JC has won clearly
got
this year.
smoked.
Ron Nitty has won clearly 3 rounds.
Didn't JC just lose? He also got clear wins. He clearly
But he has clear wins. He has clear 3
traveled
O's.
over to the
Nate
West
has
to be
clear
dizzy
3
over
O's.
in LA.
Oh, Red
What
has
about?
clear 3 O's. You know who does not have a clear 3-0? Tay-Rock does not have a clear 3-0. That's why he's number 4. Thank you.
at 4.
In my top,
Ron Nitty at 4.
Ron Nitty at
I got
JC
JC
over
at 4.
Tay-Rock. I'm not gonna lie.
I have Nitty at 4. I got Ron Nitty
But I
at 4.
changed it.
Nitty at 4.
I have Ron Nitty at 4 also.
I have Nitty at 4.
Ron Nitty at 4.
I'm buying that.
I got JC at 4.
You really trying to get those Tay-Rock? You got some points, but
Don't get me tight. Oh, man. I'm trying to be friendly.
go ahead and put the blazer
Am
on.
I wrong?
Okay, we doing top 3.
Hold up.
This should be
Wait. O-Red had a better year than Rum Nitty? We gonna do this. We about to do this, cause we about to do this. We about to do this because O-Red is my guy. O-Red is my guy. I'm all for it. I'm all for it. I'm all for it.
Don't start till they stop. Let this man speak his piece.
I
It might be
just want to
unpopular,
say,
but
Rum Nitty overall performances on the URL stage.
Oh boy.
The main stage, again, like I said, has been better than overall what O-Red did.
No way.
He's better. Wait! I was in the building at RB. It was 25 people there. It wasn't hard to get crowd reaction in there.
Here we
He
go.
smoked show off, yes. But look at the talent level. Show off.
O-Red's performance
Versus who Rum Nitty is better.
Hold on.
Rum Nitty better.
Time out. Oh my goodness.
The same criteria and the same standards behind
Iron Solomon, JC, Chef Trez, DNA.
O-Red.
O-Red battled Av. He battled Show Off.
O-Red showed very poor sportsmanship
It wasn't terrible.
a couple of times.
Let's read the battles. Read the battles. Read the battles. Read the battles. And that's cool. That's cool. Read the battles on that paper right now. You tell me who resume is stronger.
I got JC at 3.
JC
at 3.
JC could have been number one if he stopped taking
He
battles.
lost twice to 2 people under him, and he's at 3.
JC at 3, yo. My man, George.
New Jersey
No,
Turk smoked
why is
us
JC
bad.
over Rum Nitty? JC has a losing record for the year, in my opinion. JC is 3 and 4 for
Oh
the
my
year.
You know why
God.
JC's over Rum Nitty? I'll tell you why. I'll tell you
over
why.
JC.
He beat Rum Nitty, yes.
No, besides that, JC gave us some of the best material in battle rap in 2017. You cannot dispute that.
And
It's not even close.
He started his own campaign for love, and we gonna see that.
And we got behind it. Anybody else would have said, give me less. We would have booed him.
New
out
Jersey
the building.
Twerk,
We would've
Smacks
kicked
New
him
Star
out.
ended all of that when he smoked them every round.
You don't even know the ins and outs. JC got something in the works. That's all I'm gonna say.
Look,
So y'all
I hear all of that,
That's
but
all I'm gonna say.
over JC, so y'all put on O-Red above JC.
Yes.
yeah, definitely.
I disagree.
Of course.
No, O-Red is undefeated. JC has a losing record.
I think they're giving too much credit. You giving them mad credit to body and show off.
This is where
When Rum Nitty is battling
This is
Av.
where we're down in the top 3 is where we're going down.
He's a good runner.
I want to do a quick run through of Rum Nitty's resume.
But I'm saying,
I really quick. No, I'm not arguing for one or another, but I just want to point this out. O-Red had a year off. He didn't battle at all, and the last battles of 2015 were Daylight, which was good, and Uno Lavos, which was terrible. Okay,
Horrible.
he came back.
Right.
Stopped Av's momentum, stopped Show Off momentum,
Retired
stopped
him.
K-Shine momentum, and kind of did the same thing to Big K to a lesser extent. So, very important.
One thing Minnesota didn't mention. Let's not forget.
The virus, the real virus. Cicero, sit down.
But one thing, this is one thing that really factors in. We're not going to forget that Show Off is the face of RBE.
We're talking about the face of RBE. Look at the people Rum Nitty has battled. And Show Off being any of these people on Rum Nitty's resume.
So you put on Rand's content.
And Show Off. And Show Off. And Show Off beating anybody on Rum Nitty's resume though. Listen to what I'm saying.
Still nice.
It is a whole nother pressure.
Tay-Rock number 2.
Tay-Rock number 2.
Because there's only 2 people.
Rock number 2.
I'm declaring the winner right now.
Right.
Take the belt down. Hold on. This is a debate.
number one. I debated this with myself.
Let's make the
All right.
argument for O-Red. So we're going to do the whole round table. Dutch, what's your argument for O-Red and Tay-Rock right now?
Red being what? Number one.
Over
Number two.
Whoever you got number one. Who's your number one?
Exactly.
Why? Explain it.
Big stage, baby. Like, come on.
That's
Hey, let's not know.
Game was short round. Short round. Short round.
Every coach, East Coast and West Coast.
Let me round.
Let me rock.
Yo, those battles,
He thought I was
those
about
battles of Disaster and Hollow is bigger than
That's
all.
hilarious battles. That's classic.
I'm just saying, look.
So is Ramini battles, and we're putting O'Red above him.
I'm ready to make my case for the hollow. But the disaster battle was just that, a disaster.
Yes.
He didn't show up in the
It doesn't matter.
Tay-Rock wins that battle one round.
It doesn't
It's not his fault. He didn't show. Battle of the year. Facing you all around. I'm gonna smoke this guy in his house.
That's a fact.
And he did that.
And I'm just trying to
Did have
The legend. The power. Got him over here.
Who predicted Disaster to win that battle? No one.
That's a fact.
No one.
That's a fact.
He did what
100%.
he's supposed to do.
That's what I just said.
No, but the battle was trash.
Horrible.
Horrible battle.
trash.
They both was not that good.
Like, what do you-
Oh,
Horrible.
that was a legendary Tay-Rock.
All right, well, let's.
We about to give.
Let's run down Tay-Rock.
We really arguing with O'Red, and we skipped over both chokes he had too.
See, guys, do not let me go pull my notes out, because I will
He
talk.
beat Chess when he was on fire.
Chess was horrible.
Chess was on fire when he battled Tay-Rock.
But Chess's third round was terrible.
That's not what I'm talking about. That's not what I'm talking about.
Ramini also smoked chess.
Chess beat Chess.
Tay-Rock battle.
So are we saying that Tay-Rock had
He
his
said
one of
stuff
the best
easy?
rounds.
He stopped Chess from
No, and this is what my
Are
point
we
is.
saying that
This is
Tay-Rock had a bunch of
exactly what
easy?
my point
Tay-Rock
is.
number one.
Facts.
I'm going with Rock number one for the simple
Who
reason.
got Rock number one? I got Tay-Rock number
And
one.
I have reasons why I got Rock at number one.
Not everyone has had a chance to do the argument.
That's not enough. Let's go. Let's go.
Okay.
I got Tay-Rock number one.
We got
Not
Tay-Rock number
everybody has
one.
had a chance to have their argument without people jumping in. I
Yeah,
feel like everybody
yeah.
should
It's
get
his
30
turn.
seconds just
It's his
to
turn.
talk and say their shit without people jumping in.
It's his turn.
Sure. Thank you. Well, I mean, you guys know I'm obviously going to go with O'Red. I think it's not even. I mean, they're both in my top 5, so I'm not going. When I say it's not close, I had Rock at 4. I had O'Red number 1. To me, I respect what Tay-Rock did. I understand that. Battling Hollow, battling this, but we cannot just give credit just because he battled them and he did good against them. The actual performance still matters. His battle against Disaster was not a great battle. We can only give it that.
He said Nick Cannon drum line.
Tay-Rock did good. Tay-Rock did good.
They're not about to take that win away.
Tay-Rock battled Disaster in LA and he had a Nick Cannon drum line. And we said,
And they cheered for him.
come on, man.
They cheered for him.
It's still me.
Is it his round?
Cannon and drum line. Hold on. Come on.
My number one
We
is
still, is your round over?
O'Red. To me,
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
yeah, to me,
number
O'Red
one won't be O'Red.
bodied somebody. Well, arguably a body of the year. Tay-Rock, we can argue about Tay-Rock wins losses. I think we all agree. Tay-Rock did not body anyone or come close to it. Can we all agree with that?
The level of
That again,
They're
imagine.
not putting the
Again,
level of talent in the place with what the opponents are.
O'Red, again. I don't know. To me, O'Red, I would go even further. To me, O'Red's win against K-Shine is probably more impressive. Which is not O'Red's best performance. It's better than Tay-Rock's best performances.
What?
It's close. It's close.
Yo, O'Red resume is not number one resume. I'm sorry. It's not number one resume. I don't see how y'all see that.
Okay, Paul had a better showing than Howard the Don.
No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying his second. His second is better to me. His second best performance is better to me than Tay-Rock's best.
Tay-Rock versus the bars he battled Diz with. Can he beat those guys? Av Show Off, K-Shine Prison, Big A?
Absolutely not.
No.
He can't beat them with that.
Thank you. I agree 100%.
He lost to everybody.
He loses to
The rounds he beat
Av.
Disaster with?
Yeah, there's no way. There's no way.
Easy loss.
No way he can
I'll
win
keep it out there. I watched the
He's
disaster
not
battle
beating
yesterday.
none of
It
them
wasn't
with
all
that
like
shit.
No, it wasn't.
he won.
Dude became the face of URL.
But his hollow
He's been
battle
the
was
face of
No, he
undeniable.
hasn't. He took it
He's been
this
the
year.
face. He's been the face
Took it
over the
this
last
year.
year.
He's been over the last 5 years.
He's been the guy.
He's
been the champ.
You battle Diz, you battle Hollow. It's solidified.
He been
Let's
He never had no battles.
Legend
Hold on.
status is
I I think that solidified his tier. He's now
legend.
above. Like he's that guy now. Like with battling Diz and Hollow, he's up there now as like, yo, he's one of the best.
You might just toss him up
He
there.
just lost to a guy in his third language.
Oh yeah, I've seen number one.
But they didn't put in the work.
I've seen his number one.
Alright, number one.
Tay-Rock is number one.
It's my supposed
Tony,
Mirando.
I'm not giving number one to anybody that choked. I'm telling you that right now. I'm not giving number one to nobody that choked. That's not champion.
My last argument.
That's not a
those
champion.
of you who are giving
He choked
Tay-Rock
twice.
number one spot, realize
Already.
that you're giving the Battle of the Year, Champion of the Year, to somebody who lost to an average Sharon. Just realize you're doing that. That's it. That's my last argument.
Time out. Look, you give a number one to a choker.
Yeah, Red choked 40 times.
Twice.
So
Not
No, he choked twice. He choked versus Av and he choked.
Was better than the
But he choked.
Don't matter. He choked.
Wait a minute.
He came back to his chokes though.
Can't give champion to somebody else.
are better than the first round.
So how you
So we say you choke with better balls.
Can I make an argument?
No, you had better balls.
Can I make an argument? Can I make an argument?
Well, then Chef Well, then Chef versus Chef
Can I make
then.
an argument? Y'all saying he choked. Guess what? He fumbled and still won the game.
Tay-Rock never fumbled. Tay-Rock never fumbled. The whole year. Tay-Rock ain't fumbled the whole year.
He won the game.
Tay-Rock ain't choked the whole year.
Still won.
If you count the chokes, count the chokes.
But he lost. He won the fumble.
Tay-Rock
lost to average Sharon. What are we talking about?
Choke Loaded Lux had one of the biggest chokes in URL history.
You just went like 5 years back. You just went 5 years back.
And I'm not. I'm letting you know that it doesn't matter if about the choke about whether you're gonna win that battle or not.
We're not gonna reward him. We're going a whole year without choke.
Oh, wait a minute. No. So you mean to tell me something? You mean to tell me something? I can sit up here and spit a whole bunch of nonsense. I can come up here and rap for 3 rounds and say nothing but not choke. And he come up here and spit fire, choke, and then
Isn't that
you lose.
That's the main. That's like 2 rules in battle rap. Like don't choke. I want to say something. I want to say something. You realize you still comparing the old Red versus Show Off. Compared to Tay-Rock battling Diz and Hollow, and he choked versus Show Off. Like, the talent level is different. He's in a room with 25 people battling Show Off. I was there. He choked. I was there.
It was like 50 people.
He choked.
It was 50 people in there. Do not do that. I was there. 50 people. Don't do that.
Fanatic has been quiet through the whole thing.
One point. I just want to make 1 point for Red. Remember, at that point, Av was smoking hot. People were scared to battle him.
Yes.
People were scared. Even though he did choke, I get that. He still made it debatable, and people were scared to battle Av. He
cried about the time.
He won.
It's kind of his thing. It's like his thing. It's his gimmick.
Tay-Rock never complained about the time.
All right.
I have the best point.
Hold on, before I get back to Tom,
Yeah,
bro.
it's my.
One thing, hold on. Last I checked, when it was DNA versus Twerk, y'all let the chokes ride against that match. What are we doing now?
When did we let it go? Hold on. You're talking about your YouTube fans because we never said that.
It's hard to be consistent.
Nobody said. I did.
Touchdown, baby. This for the money. This for the money. You can't stop when it comes to the money.
Wait, time out.
This for the money, bro.
It's hard to be consistent. We have to rep the league. Yeah, they have a league to rep.
O'Red shouldn't have made it past minute. He should have been like 3rd.
They have to rep. fine. You have Jersey. You have New Jersey. You have K-Rock as number one. I get it.
Jersey twerk is my way.
Get out of here. Get out of here.
You got K-Rock at number one. First of all, K-Rock struggled with chess. He struggled with chess. He made chess look like God in that battle. Wait. I'm not done. I'm not done. K-Rock struggled with chess, right?
Yes.
Amazing battle.
He lost to Sharon.
An amazing battle.
Wait a minute. He lost to Sharon. He had a debatable with Hollow, and his battle was disaster.
All time. You just named 4 top 10s. You named 4 top 10s.
Chess got there.
Already battling show off. Y'all going crazy over that. He's supposed to body him.
Chess got there.
At that point, he was. His stock dropped after that. right after that, his stock went down.
All right. So Ray.
Let's not act like he wasn't being.
Let's let Tony Bro.
So I'm gonna go O-Red. I think what O-Red's writing is better. I think he's battled all these guys, like you said, that had momentum going into the battle. I think the show-off situation was supposed to be a close battle. He killed him. That shit was embarrassing. And then you get to K-Shine. That shit was not close at all. And then Big K, he fucked Big K up. 3-0, 30. What are we talking about? What are we talking about?
Wait. Now go through Tay-Rock's.
Tay-Rock got some shit.
Go through his resume though.
Okay,
in comparison to the
talent
that they went up against.
What are we talking about? He just lost. Come on, just lost to Serious Jones and Oxy.
I'm counting. Listen. I'm counting in the main stage and the top tier talent that Tay-Rock has been against. O-Red is battling mid-tier people in RBE with 30 people in there, and we're about to give him the number one spot. Choking in the battle.
You can't do that to his resume.
You can't hollow and disaster.
Sharon's not top tier at KLTD. He's not top tier at KLTD. Sharon is not. I'm just saying, those are top tier people that he battled. Look at the people that O-Red battled in comparison.
K-Shine is top tier. Big K is top tier. Y'all can't play so. That resume says top tier.
I didn't say he wasn't. I said compare.
So the argument.
URL's hottest people in 2016, Briz and Av. O-Red already beat both of them.
Thank you.
Yeah. So with the mainstays, did
he choke in both of those?
He choked, and that's what I'm saying. He choked versus Av and stumbled horribly through the battle and cried. And he's the vet. You cried the whole battle versus a rookie.
And he's still debatable. That's how good he is.
Right.
That's how good he is. That doesn't change the fact. It doesn't change the fact that he choked. And you want to give him the championship battle?
Greatest battle of all time, and Tay-Rock beat him.
It's not Nate Cole. How the greatest battle rapper of all time.
It's debatable, but he arguably won. Listen, the level of talent they battled is different to me, and on the stage they battled on is different to me. RBE with 30 people in there, son.
Show off.
Show off. I just don't feel it was that tough to do.
But at the same time, Tay-Rock had 3 belts in 2017.
That's true.
Tay-Rock, right? He's the face of URL, right?
Face.
There's somebody walking around saying they're a smack killer. And guess what he did? He killed them. He is the leader of that organization. He killed him. Someone running around saying they're a smack killer. And guess what he did?
Killed him.
What did he do? Put him under the oven. That's what he did. I'm done with you.
Talk that talk back.
Thank you, Ted.
Okay, so at first I did have Tay-Rock at number 1. But once I took a look at these battles that Tay-Rock had, Sharon, embarrassing, disaster, dare I say, under the influence.
Wait a second.
Yes.
Go ahead.
Oh my God.
Hollow the Don, lackluster. It was a good battle, but it was drawn out. It was a lot of dry moments for me, and I'm a Hollow the Don super fan.
There was some dry moments.
Thank you.
Chess? Come on. So I don't know how much I really want to give. I don't know how much props or
He was
accolades I really want to give Tay Rock under these
Name.
circumstances. O-Red, Av.
Let them go.
That's crazy. Show off in his house. Ain't not right.
Retirement.
Briz,
He's battling for
Big K. It's just a stronger argument.
How?
It's just a stronger argument. I just told you.
Let's go.
I just told you. Messi, Sharon. Messi, Sharon.
Go in order, Kiki. Kiki,
So initially, with the whole Tay Rock, my top was Tay Rock and then O-Red and then JC and Nitty, ultimately. But breaking down the statistics and how the battles went, I was, like Dude said, I was gearing towards Tay Rock, with the top tier battlers or whatever the performance that he had. But although he had great performances on the East Coast and West Coast, judging from O-Red's performances, it's like I'm just at a standstill at this point because O-Red, for me, he has great penmanship. He was definitely doing his thing for all his battles, even including with his chokes. Like, he choked, stumbled, whatever you want to call it, and he still got back on top at the end of the battles. And he was, like Big K, that was just, some of the battles was just embarrassing, period, for his opponents. But at this point, I know Red could have more energy. I don't know if it's a certain stage presence a person has to have for me personally. So with that, the energy from Tay Rock and how he is with the caters to the crowd and how he was with his bars, it just felt more for me. Then I'm looking like, damn, but Red was saying some stuff too. So right now, I'm just gonna have to just go all Red. It was a toss-up. After I broke down each performance, each battle, and I was there practically for all their performances of all their battles. So me being there and then watching them back on cam. O-Red, Jersey.
Now, shout out to Tay Rock and shout out to O-Red for even being nominated in the top 2 spots.
Arguably.
And Tay Rock was nominated in my list 2016. So he's carrying it from 2015 to now. His consistency is unprecedented. But now going into 2017, Tay Rock versus Sharon, that's a major hit on you for the year. Tay Rock versus Diz, much credit for you going to the West Coast and beating him, but the battle overall wasn't that impressive. Me and Tech, we championed it and this wasn't there. Hollow, this is his saving grace. The Hollow to Don battle, special, amazing. Probably arguably one of the battles of the year, at least in the top 3 battles of the year.
Fact.
And then Chess. He beat Chess, but that third round from Chess, he let up. You know what I mean? So I would want more from Chess. So his record to me is 2 wins, a debatable, and a loss.
Right.
O-Red now. Let's get to it. O-Red, Av. I like that battle. You know what I mean? He did choke. It is debatable. You can argue for each side. That's what it choked. He 3-0'd K-Shine.
Clearly.
He 3-0'd Big K. And think about Big K, like this, it's like it's treating me right now. JC was one of the top people in 2017, right? He lost to Big K. So now that momentum goes to Big K. Then Big K loses to O-Red. Doesn't that
Take the momentum.
No. A body. Only one on this entire board, DNA, Big Cannon, with a body for the year. That was horrible. My vote is clearly O-Red. He's arguably undefeated.
Right, one debatable with Av, and then show off K-Shine and Briz, and then
All
K.
clear.
All clear wins.
All clear.
So that's what made me kind of
That's more of a champion to
In a
me.
dashiki
I want my champion to not play with anybody in 2018.
Fact.
So O-Red has, if O-Red has this belt and he loses, it's kind of shaky with Tay Rock. He may win, he may lose. I want my champion to be someone undefeated.
Consistent.
Tech.
Man, I think the work's already been done. We've yelled for extremely hours. I'm losing my voice here. The stats don't lie. Tay Rock has been carrying the weight for a long time. He's still the head of URL, the face of the brand. But like you said, he won 2016, he won 2015. His 2017 is a new sheriff in town to me. Oh, if a battle rapper finally stepped up to the bully and said, "Hey, I'm taking your spot," and O-Red, rightfully so, I think he did enough to take Tay Rock's spot. Like the director just mentioned, the Sharon was a big hit. Even the Chess battle, I felt like Chess beat himself. Chess had one of the best rounds in 2016, and I felt like, and that was against Tay-Rock. And if Chess didn't choke and mess up in that third round, he could have easily beat Tay-Rock in that battle as well. So I think it's clear for O-Red.
Yeah, I'm just keeping it short and sweet, man. O-Red. That's about it.
I entered into the room, with strong arguments for Tay-Rock, but looking at the statistics, it's kind of hard to argue against Red. But I mean, for the simple fact, I had my arguments for Tay-Rock. If you look at what he did for his legacy in battle rap in 2017, I think Sharon punched him in the mouth in the beginning of the year, and Rock had been punched in the mouth in a long time, and something snapped into him like, look, I can't afford to lose my next 3 battles. He couldn't afford to lose the Chess. That would have took Chess to the moon if he lost the Chess. Then he couldn't afford to lose the Hollow. He has a debatable classic, which is nobody is saying that with Hollow. You can't argue that this battle is a classic. You can watch this battle over and over and, pick a different winner each time. Then you had Disaster. He went to LA and walked through Disaster. Those are my arguments for Tay-Rock. But looking at the statistics, you can't go against O-Red, despite the fact that he had chokes, which is what I took away, points for. The statistics don't lie. You got 2 clear wins with chokes in them. You know what I mean? And he got 2 bodies.
Am I allowed to? I don't think Tay-Rock and Hollow was a classic. I think it was a great battle, but I don't think it was a classic.
I think it was a classic.
I think it was a classic.
Classic is something classic. We're using that word too loose. Classic is something.
I agree with
I don't
that.
do a lot of things classic.
Wait. Classic is something you can play over and over, and you don't get tired of it. I cannot play over and over. I'm like, when is this battle over with? Because they had a lot of dry spots, a lot of dry spots between the both of them. So to call that a classic. That's disrespecting
that
I didn't watch it.
I consider how important it was.
I wanna know if it's
The fact that it headlined an event, and the fact that it was, I think it was just it was a great battle with added weight because of the the names and the fact that it headlined the event and the energy from the crowd. I agree with you quality wise. It might not be up there with like other classics, but I think with the added name, I think that just gets it to that level.
I think it's the time.
I think a classic is something that you watch with ease.
Right. And you don't want to keep going back and watching.
You want to show your friends, wait till you watch this battle. Look what happens in this battle.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one moment that everybody really likes, and that was the seatbelt moment. But I can't give that battle classic off one moment. It has to be 5 years old.
Hollow's third round angle was pretty fly.
2 moments.
It was
Hollow's rebuttal was nice.
But I don't think it was a classic.
These Hollows give back in a different way. That was a moment. There was a lot of moments.
Well, before we get to Luke, we can always talk about level of competition and stage, but what's the level of competition of Chess and he's choking? What's the level of competition of Disaster in that horrible third round? In the second round, that was just mediocre at best.
That Tay-Rock's fault or
That
is that Chess and Disaster?
the level of competition is not even there.
But with Disaster, did we expect a bad Disaster after that?
Yeah.
And promoting saying now I can focus on the most important battle.
Yeah.
No.
Why are we blaming
That's actually true.
Or Chess's performance.
I blame anybody that's battling twice and they have a battle so close. I look like that battle rap is automatically going to lose. You took 2 major. Diz took 2 battles. 2 weeks apart from each other?
And why do you think K-Sean got 3-0 by O-Red?
Exactly. So we're talking about the level of competition.
And y'all said he was.
Stats will tell you that Tay-Rock was going to beat him.
That's what should have happened though. When you talk about level of competition, you should be bodying people. So when you 3-0 somebody, like that's what you're supposed to do. You don't 3-0.
Yeah, when you decide to take the battle.
O-Red 3-0
You should be
K-Sean.
bodying Diz. You should be bodying
Tay-Rock
Diz.
to
You
1.
should body Diz.
This just battled 2 weeks ago. One of the biggest battles of
And
his
he had a
life.
horrible
And he
5-week
lost
third
that
round.
shit.
I mean, this
That
killed
was
himself
horrible.
because Tay-Rock's rounds
Diz
were
has
good.
been on this
Very beatable.
Tay-Rock's rounds were extremely
Tay-Rock, I told you, he had Nick Cannon lines. He had a very beatable.
Minnesota Luke.
Just want to say 2 things. First, and I think this is an important point, at least from my perspective, is that JC would have been, a couple months ago, my number 1 spot for this. Would have been. I talked to JC at Born Legacy Supreme. I told him, JC, you need to make sure you're doing amazing right now. You need to take less battles. Take 1 more battle for the year. He ended up taking, I think, 3 more after that. Maybe more than that. And I mean, it kind of fell apart for him in terms of that. I was the first person to really be saying that, like, JC Lux. And I still feel that way, but he really messed it up. Rarity in battle rap is something that battle rappers need to do a better job at. It's important that you don't overextend yourself. That being said, I came in here strongly 100% saying, oh yeah, I'm going with Tay-Rock. After hearing everybody else, I got to go with O-Red. Gotta go with O-Red. So my vote's for O-Red. It really went from me coming in Tay-Rock 100% to, I could go for either. And then now, honestly, I can't go for anyone but O-Red. So
It's hard to argue the statistics.
Yeah.
And the fact that O-Red is the only person on this list with a body.
Clear wins across the board. O-Red has clear wins.
I'm seeing signs across the board. I don't care. Y'all all picked O-Red already.
I'm
I still got I'm sorry. That's just.
I got notes. But Tay-Rock is number 1.
Right.
Or two different sheets.
Just rip them up now. Eat them. I don't care.
Like I had O-Red in the top, but he just wasn't my number 1. O-Red was never my number 1.
Tay-Rock's that.
But he was always in my top. Period.
Let's not take anything away from Tay-Rock. He was number 1 in 15. He was number 1 in 16, and he may be number 1 in 18.
Yeah.
He's just in the conversation every year.
He's always
You can't. I mean,
He's definitely like up there now.
In the finals.
You put
feel
the
like Tay-Rock
platform
is
on your
more
back.
exciting
You in the
than
biggest.
O-Red.
You in the biggest matchup.
I don't know yet. I don't know yet. We haven't seen it.
2017.
Hold on. I don't know how I feel about that because we haven't seen O-Red really get back on a URL main stage this year. I'm saying he only did the small room versus Briz. You know what I'm saying? So we don't know.
Do we not notice that URL's new main stage is Smack Volumes?
Yeah.
I don't like that.
Smack Volume 2
It's gonna be in March.
that is the main stage. We realize
Everybody
that some
wants to
crowds
get there.
are
The
messing up
pay-per-view is
messing up the
$45.
You know what I mean?
And it's going up.
If
So
Beasley
it's the main
said Smack Volume 2, the price is going to raise, that means the card must be fired.
Yeah.
And you know it's a main stage when they take a battle like Arsenal versus Hollow and don't put
The
it in the
new
big
main
room.
stage.
I kind of think that's a little unfair. I think because people like Briz, I watched him at Volume 1, but I'm like, that style you can do that in front of 3,000 people. Why am I punishing you? It's like it's kind of unfair. Why put that in a box? It's like
there's a new main stage.
Yeah, I get it, but why though?
Because you want to get that feel.
I understand what he's saying. It's like, well, how do we give
I'm not punishing them.
battlers who can hold down the main stage?
Like we can't take
versus
that away.
being in the private room because the main
What's
stage is a
the
different type of
difference?
pressure.
It makes a big difference. Did you see
It's
how
pressure.
horrible Mike P seemed? To me, I think I don't know. He's a battler that he feeds off of the energy of a crowd, and he was just horrible.
And that's MCing though.
Well,
But
yeah,
that's what
that's
MC
The
does.
crowd was with him, and they
No,
wasn't
the
really.
MC does everything.
And we're so
It shouldn't matter.
MC
I'm
does
saying
everything.
with his strength for him.
It shouldn't matter.
Let's just say this.
No, she's right about that.
Let's just
As
say
an
this.
MC,
You
you're
still
gonna
got two more
have to
topics to
adapt.
cover.
Tech has one of the
It
biggest.
doesn't matter where you battle.
Yeah.
URL is just the main stage, period.
Yes.
No matter how you slice and dice it, whether it's the small room or the big room.
That's
You're
what I'm
in
saying.
you're in the pros if you're battling on URL.
Right.
Ichi Gotti got a good look because he was battling on URL. If he's battling anything else, we wouldn't be talking about
But
it.
Tech,
that's not
Yo,
true.
Tech, you got one of the biggest. You got one of the
better lock in.
Brown's biggest moments in the entirety of URL. Why the hell would I don't want that in a small room. That needs to be in front of 5,000 people passing out.
I'm not mad at that.
Spazzing. That battle is a lot of reason why people watch battle rap, and you're gonna put that in a small room? It's like that's unfair.
I can't find all the crowds.
I love the crowds and
That's
I love
whack,
the
bro.
small one.
I'm
The
just
small one is
highlighting.
different.
I feel like
Come on, Mike. What is it?
Don't you want a battle on Smack Volumes? I think that's why it's main stage, because it's where place where everybody wants their battles.
Oh, we can battle here.
But they all come from that though.
I'm about to say he better than Barbershop.
But my thing is, if people start,
they all come from
everybody start in a small
Yeah.
room. Everybody can't make it to that real big stage because it's different jitters. But if you should always be able to go back to the small room at any given time.
That's a fact. That's a fact. That's a fact.
So that's an excuse for Mike P. I don't want to hear that. Period.
Let's say Smack calls you and say, we can put you on Smack Volume, whatever, or we can put you on Summer Madness. Which battle do you take?
Summer
Madness.
So that is that's the upper echelon. Like
Some Madness is.
I would say,
You could take Summer Madness small.
if I was a
room,
battle, I
it's
would want
still-
the
But I
Right.
will say the writing is different with the small room and the
then
big
the
room.
big, that's a fact.
When you're in the big room, sometimes you have to dumb it down a little bit because the crowd, you want them to pick it up, sing along, stuff like that. It may work, it may not work. You got to take a risk in a big room. With the small room, it's just bars,
bars,
And that's what you
bars,
want to
more
hear.
bars.
But I think
The
it's
big room exposes a lot of stuff. Like so, both sides you get exposed or
Yeah.
whatever. But like the random water breaks, the stoppages, the bring it back.
Yeah.
On the big stage, it's like, yo, we really noticing that this dude is really stopping for water
I think
breaks.
it's the other way around.
Yeah.
If you stop for water breaks in a small room,
You looking dumb. You
you
looking dumb.
only get 10 seconds of between
Yeah,
bars.
nah, you gotta
Yeah.
keep
Don't go
going
there
when you're in
to
a
see
small
it.
room.
Like, it's
When
literally-
you're in
you're
a
like-
small
He was
room,
there.
you're
I was there.
right
You
there.
was there.
He's everywhere.
But aren't things like water breaks like a preparation
It's
day?
now
Isn't that
I know
like preparation
it's
and
there.
performance?
It's very up close and personal.
Right.
Yeah.
Very up close and personal.
I enjoy the small rooms. I enjoy
Well,
the
if-
big rooms, but
If you were brought to the big stage too quickly, the small room does you look crazy a little bit in the small room. You're like, man, you should have got this right before they brought you to the big stage.
that's a fact.
But that is
It's
on
hit up.
you
It's hit a lot of
as a
stuff.
battler preparation.
But people from Tech 9 era, that his era, they don't buy, they not bothered by that. They used to do this with
That Tech 9 era and this era is two different
That's
generations.
why battle rap was so. That's why those were the golden years.
But I can have two
Totally
great
different.
small room battles and be on the big stage. And I didn't work out the kinks in the small room.
I think it's totally different generations.
When they
I
get up
think
there and
it's
they go,
received the same.
ooh.
If you're a good
Right.
rapper, you're a good rapper.
If you're a good rapper,
I
yeah.
think that's the end of the
Tom,
I
ending.
feel like with the
line.
big stage, they got like
Either you
they
get
was
nice or you
like
not.
JC didn't change his format, but
Right.
since if he was on fire, they threw him a whole bunch of praise.
Right.
Did his
Small
style
room, big
change
room.
from
No.
small to big?
Oh no!
And that's what
I
made
disagree
me
with
like
that.
JC.
Young
that
JC,
shows
young
a different
JC
level
was
of talent.
rapid fire delivery. It was the stutters. One of the, that's against
You
CD.
say young
First-
JC, you saying 2012 or 2013?
I'm saying like rapid
Yeah.
fire.
JC
Chiller.
2017.
Well, I'm saying he changed his style. Not
He
like
slowed
recently he slowed everything down so you can hear
Yes,
every
thank you.
single. I hate
I
that.
agree with. But I hate
But
it
he
too.
and he did that for y'all for the big stage.
Well, not me.
And he got exposed. And then here's the irony. I'm not done. Not any person. But here's the irony of that. He gets beat in the small room against Twerk using that style that he adjusted for the big stage.
I don't think it was because of that. I think he was lacking.
Young JC
in
with
content.
rapid fire JC
No, I think-
would have stood a chance.
JC was lacking in content.
I disagree with
That's it. He
I
just
think-
didn't write the word.
I disagree with that.
That's it.
I think it was I think it was
JC,
just
right, the big stage, the small room,
I think it was pen to paper. I think Twerk won, so they were even. The writing was even.
Yes.
I think Twerk won because he was more aggressive.
People was stuck.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
I'm saying
he was.
JC was more like Chill Jones.
Yeah, JC was getting physically pushed.
Are we awarding?
Yo, you're so happy. It's Tay-Rock.
Tay-Rock at number 2.
Tay-Rock at number 2.
Tay-Rock at number 2.
Come on, everybody.
Well, this needs to be a majority vote. So Tay-Rock at number 2.
Everybody, come on, everybody.
I mean, so the two of us that don't go to
We just see the narrative. Whoever didn't
Alright.
vote,
So the
Tay-Rock,
champion-
whoever didn't vote.
Salute to
for Red.
Tay-Rock.
We have a winner.
And Red at number
Also,
1.
The one and
Houston, we
only.
have a winner.
We have a-
Champion.
Yes.
champion.
ORED, you are. ORED, you are the champion of the year for 2017. I will be in contact with you. This is your belt.
Oh, wait till you see this belt, man, and wait on this thing. Everybody got a chance to get it.
Yeah.
This
It's a
is
heavy
a real
belt. It's
belt.
beautiful.
This is not one of those cheap belts. This is one of the.
Jay Black did his thing.
Jay
Jay Black did it. Look at the nice little case and everything. Look at that thing.
I would go into numbers.
At least we
but let's just say
have one belt in
It's
battle rap that
upside down.
matters.
It's 4 digits.
It's upside down.
Let's just say the belt is more than 4 digits.
Upside down, man.
For the third time.
Keep that. And
History was made today in this
Don't
room.
edit that out.
Yes, history.
History, man.
Not more than 4 digits. I'm sorry, my count is off. More than 3 digits. I'm sorry. Get that out of there. You can't kill.
It's all right. Let him think. Let him think it was more than 4
This
digits.
was-
Are we done here?
Yeah, man.
Let's say.
Jay Black
very good.
this time next year.
Alright.
Alright. We got one more?
We got. Yeah.
And just getting that was
I only
crazy.
got one
That
more.
shit was crazy, yo. Yeah, it was.
That was
Oh,
my.
I thought that was gonna be a breeze.
That was a goddamn bloodbath.
I was like, oh, you guys can hear me on one thing done.
Yeah.
That was the night. Battle of the night.
They had battle of the night.
Battle of the night. Battle of the year, that could take us another hour.
Yes, it will. Because my battle is daylight.
Yo, check, I had 5 battles. I had 5 battles worthy. I'm like, yo, these
Hold it down. Oh, my backers. We got another country. We got a picture. I was like, you doing it. Do a passion for real quick. Choke him.
Nah, we gotta have a champion battle picture, man, with the smoother chairs. And we all line up. Then we all clean up like that.
Nah, this is not gonna work like that. This is not gonna work like that.
Yeah, we gotta get a group picture.